Well, we've got TwoSun in the studio, the TS264-M390, I guess. That's how they kind of named it. 264-M390 by Mazwan Mokhtar. And this is not a real big knife, but it's a good looking knife, isn't it? It's a great design. Did I wipe it down very good? Let's mess it up even more. Stonewash blade of M390. That's it. There's nothing more on there. No billboarding. Zero zilch. Now we'll take it apart. Maybe on the insides where he threw his information on this. It looks like an integral, doesn't it? It's not. But yeah, it's got a nice look to it. And of course, the carbon fiber is nice and it's on both sides, so that balances the look of the knife. Hey, it looks as nice on the back as it does on the front. And I guess you kind of could call it a bolster lock, or you can call it a frame lock, whatever. There's the lockup on this thing, about 20%. 25 maybe, and that'd be stretching it. The plunge looks good, symmetrical. Let's roll the knife around here. And I don't know, I guess we'll find out when I take it apart if these thumb studs are the blade stop, because I'm not seeing an internal one. Okay, and I'm not seeing a pin. So like I was saying, how big is it? Well, there's an 8 1/4 overall knife here, and it's not as big as the Para 2 at all. Let's put a tape on it and see where we are. Okay, so we're 3 1/4, which is about 85 millimeters, 7.4 inches overall length, at about between 18.5 and 19 centimeters. And just for the hell of it, let's see what we got for some blade stock on this. And 3.8 millimeters at 0.15 of an inch, and 0.53 for the handle width at 13.6 millimeters. And, you know, we've got nice contoured scales here, so they're not flat. Nicely done. Fit and finish is nice on this. And it drops away. I just, you know, since it's not a flipper tab that's going to hit you in the thumb, maybe the blade will, if you're lucky. So, yeah, maybe that wouldn't be a good thing. And, of course, it's not a flipper. It's just got thumb studs on it. So, but it has great action on it. Yeah, really cool. I like it. Pocket clip is nice, and it goes along with the whole design. And yeah, it looks like a little round ball type of thing that goes over your pocket lip. And I don't remember it being a problem in and out of the pocket, so I would notice that and note that, but I don't remember it being any problem. Nice and smooth. Let me think about this detent here. It's about par for the course on these knives. Nah, I can't do that. So I'd give it about a solid 5 on my scale of 1 to 10. Almost everything hits around a 4 to a 5.5. Very few of them ever get to a 6. That's stiff. But this one, you don't want it way too stiff, or you're gonna, you're not gonna find it easy to flick it out, middle finger or thumb. But this is nice and easy to kick open. And let me see how much it weighs. You know, it's small enough, it'll be a nice little easy carry EDC M390. Really classy looking piece, and I like the design. 4 ounces right on the head. 113.5 grams. big, tall, flat grind. Oh, you want to know if it'll cut anything? Oh, you know, I can't remember ever getting a TwoSun knife that wasn't really sharp out of the box. And this is no exception. This is, you know, really sharp. And of course, the box is the box. I'm writing all over it. I call it the Stingray. It's not the Stingray, so forget that. I mean, I was giving him a hard time. I was DMing him on his Instagram. And I said, is there a name for this crazy knife? And I think he said Stingray, but then he's got a knife named the Stingray. And so I go, whoa, you already got one. He goes, oh, never mind. Yeah, no name. So, no, to my knowledge, there's no name on this knife. Now, he's done a few other knives, hasn't he? Like this one here. And this one is the Sabertooth. That's the TS196 Sabertooth. Yeah, I was just rumbling around in my drawer full of TwoSun knives, trying to figure out if I had any of his other designs. And of course, then this one is the Gulper. A really, that one's pretty excellent right there. S90V. Nice on that one. And then, oh God, the Kodiak, which is, you know, insanity here. This has got bearings around here. I'm going to take this apart, although I already know what it looks like disassembled. Free-floating bearings in there, so you're going to have to be really careful if you ever get one of these and you take it apart. But the Kodiak is insane. And then I've got two others sitting here, as amazing as it may seem. I've got the Kingfisher, which is also a front flipper. Carbon fiber on front and back, okay? And I've done the reviews on many of these. And also, last but certainly not least, is the Barracuda, which I did a review on as well. And that's the 139, TS139. Okay, so the Barracuda TS139, the Kodiak is a TS234. The Kingfisher is a TS186. And I just want to make sure you got the numbers. And the 191 Gulper here with the 196 Sabertooth. So we got quite the mix. That's why I write on the boxes, so because all the boxes look the same and there's no model numbers, and there's no model numbers on the knives, so you don't know what you've got unless you write it down or have a really good memory. But yeah, I mean, this is in, I mean, there's other knives that he's done. I don't even have the Stingray that he actually did. So, but those are just a few, and that's 5 of them. This is number 6 of the group that I have. It's quick over that detent ball, and it's quick down on your thumb. Oh, by the way, no, this was not the one that cut me, but that's happening all the time these days. Yeah, it's pretty quick over the detent ball. Great action. Really nice knife. He's got this cutaway here. Interesting that he did that. I don't know why. You roll it around here, of course you see it, and then up here actually looks like a little flipper tab that never was. But you got good contact, right? Because it's not a flipper, so you got good contact patch here. No recurve or any crazy stuff there. Well, let's look at the design flow. And this pretty much floats into the end of the bolster here. And this out here, blade to handle length is okay. It's fine. Let me see where our balance point is on this knife. Right there. That's easy to find. Like I said, you know, it's tip up, but it's right hand only. There's no left hand on here. Not a lot of hardware showing, is there? Just this and this. So I'm thinking underneath the carbon fiber there's going to be maybe some screws under here that are running through this back. We'll find that out when we take it apart. Ergos are pretty fair here. There's a little area for this kind of first finger, pretty neutral all the rest of the way back, and just enough room for my hand. If you have much larger hands, this might be a little bit of an issue. But yeah, it's fine for mine. And then you can roll up here for close-up work. But yeah, I mean, that's a big old tall blade, isn't it? Big tall blade. Nice thumb studs. I mean, they're machined here, and then you have some jimping on top for your ability to kind of get good traction on there. Well, let's see what we got. Drop it out. And let's do the pocket clip. That's a number 8. And that just dropped out. How are we attached here? Come on. You can come all the way off just like that. Yes, you can. And I knew we had something running all the way through there to make contact. And of course, then they just machine both halves here. And there goes our washer that nests those bearings in there, and they're ceramic bearings. And it looks pretty daggone clean in there. It says M390 right there. You've got a little detent ramp that's ground into there. And so, yeah, it works great. There's your other set of bearings. There's your pivot from the presentation side, and it's got a D shape on it. So when it comes in contact with the back half here, that little squared off place will keep that whole pivot from turning while you disengage the whole deal. So, yeah. And hardened steel insert and ceramic detent ball, and it looks like basically that the carbon fiber acts as your over travel stop here. I'm trying to see if, no, I don't think otherwise it does anything. Pocket clip finally decided to get with the program. And there's the carbon fiber insert, and sure enough, they made a liar out of me. I thought I was going to be able to take the carbon fiber off and there'd be more screws, but there's not. So interesting that way, huh? Clean all the way through. All right, there's just not much to this knife, is there? I mean, you got the washer, the bearings. There's one screw there, and there's your pivot. This is the other side of your pivot. That's it. I mean, and you got the pocket clip. So not a whole lot holding it together. And here you've got, well, I knew it would be inside somewhere, Mazwan's maker mark, and then TwoSun. And then you got this little dog right here, which helps locate on the other side to mate it up. And of course, you know, well, we took the carbon fiber off, which means that if you can do that, then you can anodize this as well. So if you had a mind to do that, you could do that as well. It'd be kind of nice maybe in bronze. But just throw this back on here, and it presses in and fits pretty tight in there. Really nice fit. Fit and finish on these knives is really good. I guess we're going to put it back together from the presentation side because that's where we're at here. And we'll move this around to where it faces, the flat spot faces back, because that's going to mate up with that. And then throw this on here, our ceramic bearings, and roll around a little bit there. Throw the blade on. So, you know, also make note, you know, that we've looked through here and there is no internal blade stop on here. It looks like this is built in right here where this stop happens. But when it opens, it looks to be the thumb studs. See what I'm saying? But closing, it looks to be right here, because the thumb studs do not meet on the scale. So, one way and then the other. Let's throw our washer on, and let's throw this on and see if we can line it up correctly. Okay, we got it snapped together. Let's put this in for right now. And we got it snugged. We got to come through with this because we've got the pocket clip on the other side. Oops. We got the pocket clip on the other side, like that. Now, Mr. Pocket Clip, let's pop you in there. And we got a screw that goes in on top of that. I was looking for the lock bar side. I'm going, yeah, that's where my pocket clip goes on. Lock bar side. Thought I'd hold it in place there. I might have got it started wrong too. And that tightened it up. Okay, good. And is it centered? Yes. To heck yes it is. But is it tight enough? Yeah, it is. It doesn't have any play to it. And the drop seems just as nice as when we started off. Maybe a little bit better. Yeah, nice. So we're all back together. Just a note down below here. Look, and I have a whole bunch of links down there, like the 2 different legitimate TwoSun sellers on eBay, their names and seller link, site to the, link to their sites on eBay. And then I think I mentioned the guy on Amazon that sells TwoSun knives too. It seems to be one particular person. I have a feeling he's probably factory authorized to do what he's doing. And then their AliExpress store as well. So make note of that, because a lot of people go, why can't I just buy one? And you can on their AliExpress store and on Amazon whenever they release them. The problem is the new ones out, they aren't on those stores for a while. They do when they get kind of retired off the eBay jungle. So, and I don't know if I'm going to call that brilliant marketing or frustrating, or it might be a little bit of both. Also, White Mountain Knives carries TwoSun knives, okay? So take a look there before you run yourself, crazy going over to the AliExpress store and waiting 2 or 3 weeks to get a knife from China when maybe you could have got it from either White Mountain Knives or Amazon. And you remember on White Mountain Knives, LTK is your discount code for 10% off. So at least you try and consider that, as well as the fact that you're not paying sales tax or shipping fees. You are paying tax on eBay when you buy these, and you are paying tax on Amazon when you buy these. So keep that in mind. So there we go. I mean, these are a few of the designs that Mazwan has done. Quite an accomplished group here, and they just keep getting more fascinating. A lot of creativity from all the designers that are doing work on TwoSun, and they're also doing work for other knife brands as well, so stay aware of that. And you know what we do around here? We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.